All right. Well, let's talk about one more story too, because this one, you had flagged that, and I know how much you spend so much of your time shopping at Hobby Lobby for your
I
crafts
do.
gear.
It's such a nice store.
So everybody
I
remember
also find that Jesus watches over me when I shop there, and I appreciate that. He's
Hobby
my
Lobby
co-pilot.
was the company that went to was the plaintiff in the Supreme Court case, which was about the Affordable Care Act, saying that employers had to offer insurance that had birth control. And because
Right.
this is a so called closely held company,
Right.
this,
A made-up term.
right, this company, because its owners are serious, I guess, fundamental Christians, they have a problem with birth control, and they didn't want health insurance that they offered, even though it didn't affect their price at all, that they had to pay for it. They didn't want that health insurance to offer birth control, and so the Supreme Court made an exception in that case, Burwell versus Hobby Lobby. Now, apparently,
Right.
the Greens, this is the member of the Green family, they're evangelical Christians. They also sit on the board of the Museum of the Bible, which is opening in Washington, D.C. This fall. And apparently, if you're going to open up a museum about the Bible, you want to get some of that stuff from Adam
Need
and
some
Eve.
biblical stuff there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it turns out that the way that you do that is you pay smugglers money
You
for stuff
to
that they
steal
have
it.
stolen and smuggled out of Iraq. Now, who might that be? Who might be one of the biggest sellers of artifacts coming out of Iraq at this time?
I'm just trying to use common sense here. It'd almost be like a mobster type group that has complete control. People are scared of. They run certain territories. I feel like it could be ISIS, for
Yeah.
example.
A lot of people speculate that, well, not speculate. A lot of people know
So
that ISIS made a lot of its money selling oil and artifacts from what is considered the cradle of civilization, right?
so yeah, so these Christian right, the usual complete hypocrites, cannot pay for birth control, but they can steal artifacts and use that to make sure ISIS stays in business.
And
It's
here's and here's
quite a group we have there.
and they've had to pay a $3 million fine and obviously give up the ownership of this stuff. But here's the part apparently of the story that makes it very hard for them to say we had no idea what we were buying, because Hobby Lobby wired $1.6 million to seven different bank accounts associated with 5 different people to pay for the items. They were shipped to the United States in multiple packages, falsely labeled tiles sample. They were
That all seems
also
very
they were
above board.
also sent to multiple locations. Now, I don't know in the craft business if this is what you do when you order stuff. We're just going to spread it out all around the country so that we don't have to pick it up in one location.
Right. The multiple accounts, fake labeling of it. Yeah, it sounds very above board. It sounds like they totally had no idea. It was just an honest transaction gone wrong. It's amazing.
3,400 objects.
Right. And they get, what, $3 million fine. They should go to prison for that kind of mass theft. Also, maybe, helping the enemy.
You know what I love
But
about this? This is what, because it's Hobby Lobby, the company did this, right? So it's a
Yep.
closely held company when you don't want to provide birth control to your employees. But when it comes time to committing a criminal act, it was the company did it, not us.
There's no justice and truth out there anymore, Sam. It's incredible.
Well,
I'm ready to give up.
well,
No, I mean, I'm not surprised, or any of us ever, when it's proven that the the avatars of the Christian right are always ending up in relationships outside of their marriages and stealing things, and the whole belief system is authoritarian, which is you are privileged and can do what you want because you've found God. You can find a way to justify all of it, but it's everybody else who the rules are for. It's all the rest of us. We follow the rules.
Was just they just did that episode on *Handmaid's Tale* last night, so that I watched.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
so I think from now on we can legitimately say from now on that Hobby Lobby supports Sharia law.
Well, at least materially.
I'd like to say that in Oklahoma just to freak people out.
Yeah, indeed.
See how they respond.
Well, I'm sure there'll be a lot of
pass a law
protests. Dave Rubin will be down there broadcasting in front of a Hobby Lobby soon.
Good luck on the Bible Museum. Good job, guys.
All right. Well, Cliff, I hope your spirits.
You should go down there and do your act, Sam.
I should go down there.
I've heard
We should go down there. We should go down there dressed as ISIS operatives to congratulate them and do a ribbon cutting with them. That's what we really should do. We should do like turbans and fake beards and like, we'd just like to say that this was a lot of work that went into this, and it's always good when a project comes to fruition.
You know what that might do too, Sam? It might help you rebound from your status as a failed comedian.
Oh, well, nice.
Ooh.
Cliff Schechter.
Nothing could do that. He's a goddamn shield. Hey. Real comedians speak truth to power, not lies for MSNBC.
Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos